In the hour or so before dawn's early light, balloon pilots and their crews are already up and at 'em.
Try to get 5 people up at 4 in the morning. Well, it's kind of rough. But these guys are good though. I'm telling you, I put them up against anybody.
It takes a coordinated effort among the crew to prep the massive balloons for flight.
Okay, Russell, put your weight on the basket now.
What we're going to do is we're going to fly over Ascension Parish. It's doing something a little bit different, but I think what we're going to accomplish is more people see balloons. When you do a competition, you have a tendency to take off more or less everybody in the same spot and go to one target. We're going to spread everybody out, so everybody should see balloons. Saturday morning at 7:15, walk out your house, look up, wave at us. We'll be waving back. You'll see a whole bunch of balloons. The best way I can explain flying in a hot air balloon is like floating on a cloud. I mean, it's just picture the balloon being a cloud and you floating under it and you're floating along. You're moving with the wind. So there's times we might only be moving a half a mile an hour. We don't want to fly over 10 miles an hour, and that's at altitude. So if we go up to 1,000 feet and the wind's blowing 10 miles an hour, that's okay. We just move around. But when we come down, we don't want the 10 miles an hour there. Balloons don't have brakes. We have to land when it's calm. So we watch before we take off to make sure that's the kind of conditions we're going to have. We put a little heat in it. Without hot air, the envelope won't stay up, so I got to do that every once in a while. Keeps us warm too.
I got to fly the first weekend that I was around balloons, and from that moment, the moment that we lifted off of the ground, the feeling that I got, I mean the butterflies in the stomach and just the adrenaline, I knew that I had to do a lot more of that. So before you knew it, I bought a balloon, started taking lessons, and here I am. I was one of those kids that grew up just wanting to fly. I always loved the idea of flight. And when I first saw the first balloons, it was like, that's my ticket. That's it. I can fly.
What's it like to just be floating among the clouds?
It's amazing. It's almost like a dream to be up above everything, just looking down at God's creation. I mean, it's just awesome. It's every little kid's dream, just to float up and look back. Yep, it's always been my dream, hence the name of my balloon, Karen's Dream.
Describe ballooning and what attracted you to it. Why do you keep doing it?
Well, I had this, once you meet all the other goals in life, I thought, well, I'm still afraid of heights. So maybe if I learn how to fly, I'll get over my fear of heights. Well, it didn't work. But then now I'm stuck with the equipment. I didn't like planes. I figured I'll just fly balloons. They seem a little bit more, a little bit more slow end of the speed spectrum, and they're a little less noisy. But you can't tell really, but they are less noisy. So all these years, I'm still afraid. I get about a couple hundred feet in the air, and you can feel the basket shake, and that's my knees. It's just terrible. it's really after you put it away and you get together with everybody and you get to visit. So you usually get up in the morning, fly for an hour, and then you have all day to visit. And that's the best part.
It's a nice camaraderie among pilots.
Well, there's not very many. So it is a small group, and when you do get a chance to get together, at least you can trade lies and things like that.
So they continue to get together, this camaraderie of balloonists, whether to lie, tell stories, or just to catch up with one another. This time for the 2017 Ascension Hot Air Balloon Festival on the grounds at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center.
Beautiful morning. Great day for flying. This is going to be a terrific weekend. Weather's going to be good. We have balloon rides, carnival rides. The kids will love it. The big kids love it too.
Hot air ballooning attracts people of all ages. Be careful. What starts as a spectator sport may just lead to you becoming Ascension's next hot air balloon pilot.
I probably had a half a dozen, if not more, that worked with me as crew people and decided you're not going to have that much fun by yourself. I want to get a balloon. And they did. It's one of those things. You go out and you find out what you like. If it's fishing, hunting, or flying. And it's a lot of fun.
It is truly great to bring the festival back. You know, last year we were devastated and I had to cancel the festival. But this year it's bigger and better than ever. And I want everybody to come out and have a great time because this is what Ascension Parish is all about. Family functions like this is what makes Ascension great.
In the meantime, sit back and enjoy the show as Ascension 21 brings you the Ascension Hot Air Balloon Festival, Balloons, Blues, and Barbecue 2017.
This is downtown Gonzales. This is Ascension Parish. So this is Highway 431. We're right here. This is where we're at. If you come down Highway 30, it's about 4 miles to get you here. And then this is about 4.5 miles of 431. The general wind direction this morning is about north-northeast. Take your eyeball reading, check it out, see what you think. By doing it the way we're doing it, we're going to split up and we won't have that flight path going to a certain target. So anywhere in this area right here will put you on this flight path coming back, more or less. And you've got your maps in your bag so you'll be able to see what you want to do. But the idea is to have fun and take your crew for a ride, you know, a little bit different than competition that we've had here in the past. But that'll give you this flight path. But y'all figure out what you want. I'll just kind of point out what I do and where I would take off if I was flying this morning.
Everyone knows that Robert invites me to this, so you have somebody to blame. Good morning, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jay Grimes. I'm a meteorologist for the CBS affiliate here in Baton Rouge. It's been a pleasure to be doing this for a couple of years now. Let's get right to it. Sunrise, 6:52. Don't forget, let a balloon or two go when you pick a site. I think what you're going to find is that when you get out there around sunrise, winds are going to be northeast or maybe east-northeast at the surface, very light, which is good news. You don't have to get up very far. You'll hit maybe a little dead spot as you sort of transition through the boundary layer. And then above that, I think the winds are going to be east and maybe even a tad south of east. And what I say above that, I mean getting around 500, 700 feet or so. So if you're going to get up close to 1,000 feet, you probably really need to be thinking about coming in south east to get it over the city.
Terry, grab that over there. Like all the way down to the bottom, like this. Okay. All right. We're gonna go up.
One that has a clip.
We're gonna go up. Let me see. Yeah, y'all gonna go right there like that. Pick up. Just line it up with the holes.
Over the hole. It's not in.
Don't go in. Yep. Go down now.
Okay.
Okay, girls, do what y'all do.
Any questions? Otherwise, thank you and enjoy the morning.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, 25 years at least. Yes.
What brought you to it, and why do you keep on?
I used to fly like a little gyrocopter and ultralight kites and stuff like that, but that's dangerous, you know. Then I had kids and stuff. So I had to get some responsibility, because you know how responsible I am. All right, I'm gonna burn. But then my wife gave me a balloon ride for an anniversary present. So I parlayed that into taking lessons. So when we actually flew, because she doesn't like heights and flying. But when she rode, and about the first 3 minutes, you know, she was worried. After about 3 minutes, she was walking around the thing. When we landed, she said, I'm going to take lessons too. So I'm going to buy you a balloon. So this is her balloon. Tell me when we get off the ground now.
What's that?
Tell me when we get off the ground.
You're off the ground.
30 with climbing. Good. All right. How many other balloons we see up in the air so far? Oh, there's one inflating over there. There's one way out over there. Bye, Tommy!
This is just awesome, kid.
They don't like it.
So how fast does this thing cool off? I mean, if you just didn't do anything with the burners.
I gotta put a 4-second burn in it about every 30 seconds. So if I go for like a minute, I'll hit both burners at the same time. I'll put my hand in the middle and I do both of them. But that's about the burn rate. So for us to inflate the balloon, heat it up, get it to stand up, put the people in, heat it up, get ready, take off. That's 5 gallons of propane I've been burned already. So once you're flying, now I'm just lollygagging around and burning. But it feeds liquid. It feeds from the bottom of the tank, not the top. It feeds liquid. That's why they got all those coils to evaporate it. It feeds liquid to the burner. And there's a lot of little bitty burners in the thing. Yeah. And they all lean a little bit to the middle to make that needle. And it's a nice blue flame. We don't have a really like a yellow flame. So when they do the twinkle burns at night for the balloon glows, and I use the big burner, the balloon don't glow much. It's because I got that real efficient. Yeah, I got that clean flame. I don't have any soot on the inside of the balloon.
Right.
That's the land. There's another spot we could land right there. One the temperature. Oh, we're doing good. Still at 230. Yeah, if we go up high, I think we go further out that towards the more towards the west. All right, there's our target. See that? Don't want to be too low in there. Elevation. We went to Colorado twice to go fly up over there. You know, so down in Louisiana. You know, if I fly to like 2,000 feet, even at 1,000 foot, between 1,000 and 5,000, what you see is the same. It doesn't make any difference. So it's like, if there's no wind or anything, I just bring somebody up to about 5,000 foot for the hell of it. Because we'll have no steering or anything down on the ground. There's just no wind. Something's changing. Something's happening. Something's happening.
What's happening?
The wind is changing. We can change direction. You feel the wind there? Yeah, something's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. So that's the plan right there?
Yeah, I think it looked pretty good.
Okie doke.
Unless they say, hey, is the grass very thick right there, or that's kind of manicured?
They just
couldn't hear you. What you said?
they just finished bush hogging it. It's not that deep.
You'll bend your knees.
Yep. Working that. Yep.
Hold on, honey.
Hang on. If you hit, boom, another bump. Whoa, you see what I'm talking about? How it speeds up. All right. If we know what we're doing, it'll slow down. Come on the stop. No. Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
There we go.
All right, I'm venting. This is our balloonist prayer. The winds have welcomed you with softness. The sun has blessed you with his warm hands. You have flown so high and so well that God has joined you in your laughter, and he has set you gently back again into the loving arms of Mother Earth.
That was considered a smooth
Shoot,
landing.
that was
Yes.
awesome.
Yes. Welcome to ballooning.
We're out here at Lamar Dixon at the Balloon Festival 2017, and we have partnered with the BCA, which is the Barbecue Championship Alliance, and they've been around several years. I'm not sure, more than 5 to 7 years, and they have a following, y'all. These same guys travel with them as they go around South Louisiana and compete against each other. So they're not only competing against each other, they're good friends too. Some of the best cooks in Louisiana are here today. We're lucky enough to have some of them here. And they compete in brisket, chicken, and ribs. So some of them's done started these briskets probably at midnight last night cooking these things, and that's the last thing they turn in. Here they turn in the chicken first, then they turn in the ribs, and the brisket will be last. And this actually is a state qualifier for the state championship barbecue contest, which they take your top 5 scoring events for the year and add them together, and whoever wins state Louisiana gets a ticket to go to Memphis and cook in the big one. There's 30 teams out here. There was 29 yesterday, and undoubtedly one showed up early this morning. There's 30 teams cooking out here. They're from, I've seen somebody from Florida, some Mississippi, there's some Texas, and there's several local guys here that cook really, really good. So a lot of them, most of them, maybe 75% are from here, but there's a bunch that travel from around to be involved in this kind of stuff. It's a really good organization, the BCA.
About smoking, is there a rule about what type of wood they would use?
Well, on these competitions for BCA, you can't use gas and you can't use electric. Now, electric is 2 different things. You can use those pellet grills that has the motor to run the pellets into the fire. They let those go. But you out here cooking on wood and cooking on smoke. And something I want to say though, that people say barbecue, barbecue. To me, there's 3 different kinds of barbecue. There's grilling. You get off work, you go home, you throw some chicken breast or some sausage, and that's grilling. Barbecue, you show up, you might have some leg quarters, some hamburgers, some ribs, and that's barbecuing. What these guys are doing, they're smoking. That's that next level. The art of cooking these briskets is priceless. You try to buy a piece of $60 hunk of brisket and bring it home and cook it and see what you get. And the way they cook these ribs down to the T, and have that chicken so juicy that that'll just melt in your mouth, you know. And something else I want to say, what's trending right now, even from St. Louis into Texas, is sweet. Everybody wants sweet, so them judges only get 1 bite. When that goes to that judging room, you only get 1 bite, so you want to impress them so much. So you're gonna cook this competition barbecue jacked up a little bit more than what you would cook at home, because you only getting 1 bite from those folks. So the flavor on these guys, the flavor they putting in here is just tremendous. Just like the competition, out of this world.
That is some meatballs, some backstrap, and I think maybe some chicken. And then we got some deer sausage and alligator legs. This is the first year they've done a barbecue contest at the festival, but I have competed in the BCA a few times in the past.
And where are you from, Robert?
From Dutchtown.
Dutchtown area,
Yes.
local.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, 5 minutes down the road.
So I see you're running 2 pits here. What you got in the other pit?
Nothing now, I just shut that down. I had my brisket on that earlier today, and then I have my chicken on this one. I use the pellet cooker on the chicken because it has a tendency not to dry it out.
Gotcha.
Or at least that's the way I find it.
And when did you start your brisket?
That went on at about 3 o'clock this morning. And I pulled it off about 10:30 this morning. So it's sitting in the warmer box, just waiting to be turned in. So it should be good and ready.
And what type of wood do you like to smoke with?
Hickory.
Hickory?
Yes. Hickory for the pork and the brisket, and I use mesquite on chicken.
Nice car show. Love the air conditioning on the inside. Pretty good amount of people showed up. As far as overall balloon show, see a lot of folks came out to represent Ascension Parish in the balloon festival.
And what kind of car do you have here?
I have a 1969 Buick Grand Sport, California edition. It was a family car. My father-in-law bought it new in '69, and it's been passed down through the generations. And me and my son actually done the restoration on it.
I see you got plenty of wax on there, a lot of work.
It's got plenty of wax, plenty.
And what size engine does it?
It's got the GS 350, which is the same as the Chevrolet 350.
And it still has a get up and go?
Oh, of course. Gotta love to get up and go, the horsepower.
Okay, now with today and the gasoline, how's the miles per gallon on this puppy?
Actually, it's not too bad. It's getting about 16 to 19 miles to the gallon. Actually better than some of the newer vehicles.
And overall, you've had a good time here at Lamar Dixon at the Balloon Festival?
Yes, sir. This is my 3rd or 4th year coming, and like I said, I love the festival and love the indoor car show.
insist my big promotion's on the line. Said that's right where I need to be. Lately I've been on this road more than I've been home. All this leaving her alone is killing me. Holding her right now has got me thinking more and more. This is right where I need to be. Oh, when I hear her, I can see her, I can smell her sweet perfume. I can feel her skin against me when I sleep. Oh, I won't miss her, I can kiss her anytime that I want to. Yeah, that's right where I need to be. Oh, yeah. There's a plane flying out of here tonight. Did an empty first class seat. My boss insists the big boat's all about. Said that's right where I need to be. Oh, when I hear her, I can see her, I can smell her sweet perfume. I can feel her skin against me when I see her. Oh, I won't miss her, I can kiss her anytime that I want to. Yeah, that's right where I need to be. Oh, when I hear her, I can see her, I can smell her sweet perfume. I can feel her skin against me when I sleep. Oh, I won't miss her, I can kiss her anytime that I want to. Yeah, that's right where I need to be. Yeah. Here we go, boys.
I mean, what a beautiful day. I mean, it's just incredible to have something like this on a beautiful day, and especially after what happened last year, the postponement of this event because of the flood. Now to have something as promising as this, enjoyable as this, and the people coming out, beautiful weather, having a great time.
Wait, how many of y'all seen me do a magic show before? Whatever color, red, blue, green, whatever. Right there in the middle. If I said I had three, what's everybody gonna scream? You! 2, that's right, 4 side down there. Okay. So 2 more times. Got one
They're
dollar
coming
per
from
side.
all over, like you said, and they're having a good time. It's just a wonderful event.
It's a wonderful event. I mean, even last night with all the high school football games in the area, we still had a wonderful crowd. And we're expecting even more tonight because now the high school football, we don't have it tonight, but people are coming out here. I mean, even at the hotels locally. I mean, people are staying in the hotels in Ascension and Gonzales for the purpose of attending this event. So you can't ask for anything any better than that.
It's an economic driver. The restaurants are full. The hotels around the area are full. The parking lot. I didn't see a parking spot in that parking lot last night. I think the parking lot was full.
Well, absolutely. But you know what? The amazing thing is even the traffic coming in here. I mean, you can tell that people are interested in this event by the amount of traffic that we have on the roads of getting in here. And it still doesn't deter them. Even though they have to wait a few minutes to get here, they're committed to get here, to come to a family event that everybody can enjoy. Good food. Rides. The balloons. Good music. Can't ask for anything better.
And a family event it is. You see people, toddlers up to senior citizens, people of all ages, all having a great time.
Absolutely. I mean, it is just absolutely positively wonderful. You know, and that's the kind of thing that Lamar Dixon promotes. I mean, a place like this, over 200 acres, multifaceted functional location, expo center that a lot of things can be housed. And people don't realize, I mean, not only is it a balloon fest with all of this, barbecue contest, steak contest, a craft show, a car show, all those things going on in one location. So if you have an interest, you could probably find something you'd like to do if you come out to Lamar Dixon.
It looks like it's been a beautiful weekend here. A lot of people coming out, still coming in. Lots of kids enjoying the rides and the entertainment and everything going on. It's a wonderful place to be right now, it really is.
Not just the carnival, not just balloons. There's events going on in the ancillary buildings, wonderful food, wonderful beverages.
Everything you want in South Louisiana is right here. Just like you said, good music, good food, good friends and family, good place to be.
All here in Ascension Parish.
All here in Ascension Parish.
Why would you want to be anywhere else?
That's exactly right. Why would you want to be anywhere else right now?
I just want to say that, hey, Ascension Parish is a great place to be. Lamar Dixon is a center that we can host a lot of things. So you know what? If you're interested in doing something special in Ascension Parish, this is a place that can facilitate it.